because it is. You gave that figure there. If you look at it, as the budget of a state,
you'll be wasting your time because I will still say the same thing.
Ma'am, I'm just giving you the budget of the state. If you'll hear the question.
No, I will still say the same.
Because the budget of the state is 1,68,000 crores.
I wasn't talking about the budget. I wasn't talking about the budget.
So for a budget which is 1,68,000 crores, an expense of 12,000 crores will be okay.
Debt would be okay. So I was talking about the fiscal debt, and now the total outstanding debt of Punjab would then be 82,000 crores. 2,82,000 crores. So I don't know how Arvind Kejriwal will tend to meet that. And now and how taxpayers will work around paying the rest of it if this promise is fulfilled. And I'm very happy you have my former colleague Raghav Chadha there, because Raghav has I have a very special question for him. You know, Delhi Jal Board Nigam, of which Raghav Chadha is in charge, was actually was actually profitable. But ever since Raghav Chadha and Arvind Kejriwal have taken over, they have a loss of more than 600 crores in the financial year 2018. And a bulk of it is a result of the SOPs that they have been given.
Women.
And this is a result of a response to an RTI. Now I'm talking about good governance and promises and SOPs and how they weigh out against each other. Let me finish, Preeti. I'm just carrying a little bit more here. That the department has suffered a loss of 663 crores in the year 2018, and the loss for the year 2015 to 16 was 220.19 crores. And of that of 16 to 17 was 5.15 crores. So, I mean, a profitable body has gone down and has incurred a loss, and a huge loss of this kind, thanks to the SOPs. So I don't know what's going to happen in Punjab, but this is something about governance.
Ma'am, because you know,
SOPs.
It's a little rich coming from all political parties. Raghav's yet to join us. I'm going to go to Supriya Shreni, but I'm going to ask you a quick question. You know, you've number crunched. Ma'am, let me finish.
But it's factual.
Madam, let me finish my question. You know, you've number crunched there, so let me ask you, doesn't the government give Kisan Samman, the scheme that you give, 500 rupees to every farmer? There are 5 farmers in one family.
Yes.
So where does the money there come from?
But there's no deficit. I mean, there is no deficit.
Are you saying there is no deficit?
In the budget.
Sorry?
There is no deficit to start with. How does, I mean, there is an allocation in the budget, right? Arvind Kejriwal
taxpayers' money ultimately, right? It cuts both ways.
I don't know how you're saying this, Preeti. I think you don't know basic economics. How will Arvind Kejriwal, where a fiscal deficit, there's a huge fiscal deficit, how will he allocate this fund? It has to be from an outlay, right?
Ma'am, I'm going to get Raghav Chadha because I'm not the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. I'm going to get Raghav Chadha, the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, to answer that. But Ms. Ilmi, the fact is the same logic could apply on the Kisan Samman Yojana, which is because there are many Kisans in one.
And it does.
Yes, it does. All right, I want to bring in Supriya Shreni. Supriya Shreni, the fact is you made a big ticket announcement in the state of Uttar Pradesh where you're giving 40% of seats to women. However, in Punjab, where you have more skin in the game, a big ticket announcement has been made by Arvind Kejriwal, where he's saying 1,000 rupees would be given to every adult woman. Why isn't the Congress also looking at, giving those SOPs? Why not announce 40% tickets to women in Punjab? You have more skin in the game here.
Thank you for your question, and I hope this is going to be civil, Preeti, because quite frankly, what the Congress is trying to do in Uttar Pradesh is actually getting more and more women in the political fold, because no political party has been able to take the leap of faith that we are taking. The real empowerment of women is if you give them a voice, and what better than to give them a political voice, and our politics is going to change with that. The rationale of 40% tickets to women in Uttar Pradesh is actually an attempt to change a very aggressive, very masculine, majoritarian view of politics. Apart from that, women will come and make more policies which are more inclusive. They will perhaps bring attributes to politics which men cannot. Having said that, we also had a similar announcement that we made in Assam, which was 2,000 rupees to every housewife. The announcement that Mr. Kejriwal has made, with all his intentions, the questions will be raised about, do women need empowerment or do women need these handouts of 1,000 rupees? I have no quarrel with that per se. But then, people will turn around and ask the 13 lakh unemployed youth waiting in Delhi for unemployment, allowance, why are you not giving it to them? But the last person who should comment on this is the BJP. You have used women as your vote bank. Yes, women have voted for you, but what have they got in turn? They've got back-breaking high prices. They've got LPG cylinders at 1,000 rupees. They've got places becoming rape capitals in the world like Uttar Pradesh. That's what your governance is all about. And as far as your direct question on Punjab, not giving 40% women is concerned, trust you me, when Priyanka Gandhi took that leap of faith in Uttar Pradesh, where she is General Secretary in charge, the idea was to start a political discussion not just for the opposition, but also within the Congress. And if you actually saw what the Rajasthan reshuffle was all about, there were 2 women cabinet ministers, there was only one earlier, and an MOS independent charge who's been made. So all I'm saying is there will be steps that political parties will take. I hope Punjab is going to be inspired enough to definitely give more tickets, even if it's not 40%. So I will say that there are these steps that political parties will have to take to empower women. You know, these dole-outs, I'm not so sure how tangible they are. And the counter-argument to that will be that women deserve far more than 1,000 rupees a month. Women deserve a place on the table. Women deserve a place where decisions are taken. Let's get more women in politics. And you're absolutely right. I hope Punjab Congress is going to be inspired by the UP Congress and will give more women. Just like Rajasthan Congress and Rajasthan government was more inspired and more women have come into the, the cabinet.
Okay.
I really hope so.